Hello everyone and welcome to the week 5 module. Make sure that you're going to go by the dates that are in your current module. So, because they may be different because I'm going to reuse this video. So we're in week 5, you're going to compare and contrast, you're going to go over the writing process and then comma splices, run-ons, and then you're going to continue with the book Caged Bird. You can look over the objectives and the outcomes here. Possible plan of attack, look that. It's just a way of me making an agenda of what's due first, what order you should go in. For C1000 Press, you're going to do Chapter 7 and Chapter 8. Chapter 7 and Chapter 8, you're going to do the exercises and the mastery test. There are no alternate mastery tests this time, but if you click on there, you'll be able to see that. Here are 3 quizzes. All right. And again, if you click on them, all the instructions and the videos are embedded that you need to complete those. What I really want to concentrate on is the discussion board for this week. And the Staples article is from week 3, but we're going to refer to it. So I put it here again. All right, let's go into the prompt. So in Chapter 3 of I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, Mama has Uncle Willie hide in a box of potatoes because the KKK, a white girl's been raped and they don't care who pays for it. Some black man, they don't care, is going to have to pay for this. So Mama's worried about Uncle Willie, so they hide him in a crate of potatoes. And then in Brent Staples' article, Just Walk On By, we know that he faced a bunch of racial incidents as he was walking through the city. So what you're going to do is you're going to compare and contrast. And you're going to compare and contrast those incidents. Whereas Uncle Willie and Staples, were they same racial experiences? Were they different? How were they different? How were they similar? I only want you to concentrate on one difference or one similarity. That's it, because this is just a paragraph. It's not an essay. So brainstorm. What are some of the ideas? What is the context from both the readings? Who was involved? Were the reasons for acting the same way or different? Did Uncle Willie hid? Did Staples hide? So that could be one thing of contrast there. Okay, make sure that your topic sentence is very clear. Here, you can compare and or contrast, but I would only do one. I wouldn't do both because you won't have enough space. Again, this is a paragraph. In an essay, can you compare and contrast? You can because you have more room. But the topic sentence has to be very clear. The required readings, obviously, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Make sure that you use paragraphs from the PDF that I have supplied in the textbook module, or if you have your own copy of the book, use that. But then I'm going to ask you to videotape and show me the page that you use from your book, okay? And because I need to know that. And then the article here, that's below, it's Just Walk On By. We know the title's longer, but I've shortened it. And if you want to use some of the evidence that you used in the week 3 discussion board assignment, go ahead, because it's going to be about Staples anyway. So maybe use one of the incidences that he had in the week 3 discussion board and just transfer it over here and compare and contrast it to Uncle Willie. That may make it easier for you. Possible format. You know that in the discussion board thread, I don't really care about double spacing, but when you submit it to me for grading, it must be double spaced. Have a title, have a topic sentence with a controlling idea. That must be highlighted in yellow. No paraphrasing allowed. And I'm going to go over AI in a different module, but make sure that you're not using a translator, Grammarly, anything like that, because it's not your own work when you translate or have Grammarly, because I know there's a place where it can rewrite your whole paragraph. If that shows, it's a 0. So make sure you're aware of that. And if you're using sources, or I think you've used AI and it doesn't show up on my detector, I will ask you to defend yourself. So we'll meet on Zoom, or I'm going to ask you to screenshot your process and all of your sources. Okay, so there's no need to cheat. Let's just, let's be moral. All right, and then here, so you're going to go through there, and then let me go back. I want to show you. So when you submit this here, remember the initial post is due on Wednesday, September 10th, and then your 4 other responses have to be done by Sunday, September 14th. If this is your module. If not, the dates may be different. but I've updated the submission. So here it has to be double spaced, topic sentence must be highlighted in yellow, there's no paraphrasing. And watch this video, because if you don't follow the instructions, I deduct points, and you're giving some grace on the late penalty for having it late for days. So I don't think it's fair if I deduct something that I haven't looked at for 2 days after it was due. So this video, and it's the same video that you've seen in the week 3 discussion board. So watch that if you need clarification. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Take care. Bye.